Vertical and line relationships. Okay, two angles are vertical if they are opposite angles formed by the intersection of two lines. We have an intersection of two lines. Okay, the angles that are opposite of each other, okay, are called vertical angles. Vertical angles are congruent, meaning they're equal to each other. So angle 1 is congruent, that's what that little symbol means, to angle 3 because they're vertical. They're opposite of each other. Paul, please stop. Okay, angle 2 is congruent to angle 4 because they're opposite of each other. Okay, congruent means equal to. If angle 1 is 50 degrees, what's angle 3? 50 degrees. If angle 2 is 50 degrees, what's angle 4? 50 degrees. If angle 2 is 100 degrees, what's angle 4? 100 degrees, because they're equal to each other. Alright, this says two angles are adjacent if they share a common vertex. Okay, vertex is like a point where two lines come together. A common side, which would be this, right, and they don't overlap. So angle 5 and angle 6 are adjacent to each other. Adjacent just means touching, side by side. Okay, my classroom is adjacent to Mrs. Smith's classroom, right? They're touching each other. They're side by side, right? Okay, Mrs. Womack's office is adjacent to Mr. Haley's office, right? They're side by side. Okay, so two angles are adjacent if they're side by side. Okay, as long as they have a common vertex, a common side, and they don't overlap each other. All right, write this down. These are the definition of complementary and supplementary angles. Two angles are complementary if the sum of their measures is 90 degrees. Okay, we look here, angle 1 and angle 2, right? They form a right angle, don't they? Okay, if you see this little box in the corner, that means a 90-degree angle. If they form a 90-degree angle, then they're called complementary angles. So angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary of each other. Okay? Two angles are supplementary if the sum of their measures is 180. If you look, angle 1 and angle 2, what do they add up to? 180. So they're supplementary. Okay? Now, does this say they have to be adjacent? Does anywhere in here say they have to be touching each other? No. Okay? If I had angle 1 right here like that, and I had angle 2 look like this, right? Are they still supplementary? Even though they're not touching, are they supplementary? Yes, they are. Okay? If they add up to 180, they're supplementary. Okay? They don't have to be adjacent. Alright, you need to write this down. This is a definition of perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are where two lines intersect to form a right angle. So angle L, or line L, and line M, right? Do they form a right angle? Yes. Okay? That square in the corner means they form a right angle. If they do, okay, this is what they'll write to show you that they're perpendicular. Line L is perpendicular to line M. Okay? That upside down T, okay, just means those two lines are perpendicular of each other. Okay? Alright, write this down. This is the definition of parallel lines. Parallel lines are two lines in the same plane that never intersect. They will never cross. Okay? You can tell that they're parallel because they have these arrows, okay? Those two arrows say they're going in the same direction. They will never cross. So if I want to write that, okay, if I want to say line S is parallel to line T, I'm going to draw two parallel lines just like that. Okay? Just like before when we had line M was parallel line, or was perpendicular line N, or L, or whatever, okay, we had upside down T. Here, when we're talking about parallel, there's two parallel lines. So line S is parallel to line T. That's how we write it. Okay? Alright, what you need to do is copy all this down. Then we're going to talk about interior angles and exterior angles. All right, we have two parallel lines, M and P. Okay, a transversal is a line that crosses two or more parallel lines. Okay, this transversal cuts across M and P. Right, 8 angles are formed out of this transversal. Right, interior angles and exterior angles. Interior angles are angles that lie inside the parallel lines. M and P are the parallel lines. So as Paul said, my interior angles are angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. Pyle, what are the exterior angles? Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, and angle 8. Because they lie outside the parallel lines. They're on the outside. 4, 3, 5, and 6 are on the inside. Any questions on interior or exterior angles? Okay, now on the next slide, you're going to keep this. You don't have to draw it again. Okay, just write what is underneath the lines M and P and the transversal. Leave yourself some space underneath ulterior interior angles and alternate exterior angles and corresponding angles so we can write what they are. Alright, so we need to know the alternate interior angles. Alright, when you have a transversal cut across two or more in parallel lines, alright, they form special relationships. The angles form special relationships. Okay? Now we said the interior angles are 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Alternate interior angles are congruent, okay, meaning they're equal to each other. So alternate meaning on opposite sides of the line. So if I said angle 3 is congruent to another interior angle, which one would it be? What one is opposite of angle 3? 5. Okay? Look at where angle 3 is. Well, what's the angle on the other side that's an interior angle? 5, right? Okay. Is 3 congruent to 4? Are they equal to each other? No, you can tell there's a big difference, right? What about angle 3 and 5? Are they equal to each other? They're not. They look pretty equal to me, don't they?
3 and 5 though.
3 and 5. That's why I said angle 3 is congruent to angle 5.
Yeah.
Right? Angle 4 is congruent to what?
6.
Angle 6. Good. Okay, so that's alternate interior angles. Okay? Interior angles that are on opposite sides of the line that are equal to each other. Okay? Also, when a transversal cuts across two parallel lines, they form alternate exterior angles. Two angles that are outside, that are opposite each other, that are equal. Angle 1 is congruent to what? Of the exterior angles, 1, 2, 8, and 7, what does it look like?
7.
2 looks like 7, or 1 looks like 7?
Mm-hmm.
You were right. Okay, let's look. Do they look about the same? Yes, they do. So they're congruent to each other. Angle 2 is congruent to what?
8.
Angle 8. Okay. Now, we have corresponding angles. Angles that are on the same side of the line that are equal to each other. So I'm going to say of angle 1, what angle would be corresponding to it? What angle is congruent to it?
2.
That's on the same side of the line.
8. 4.
It would be, look, 1. We have 1, 4, 5, and 8. Which one's equal to angle 1?
5.
Angle 5. They're corresponding because they're on the same side and they're congruent. Okay? Is angle 1 equal to angle 4? No. Okay? About angle 2, what's it congruent to? Angle 6. What about angle 4? What's it congruent to?
8.
Angle 8. And Emery, what would angle 3 be congruent to? Angle 7. Okay? Because they're on the same side. Don't they look exactly the same?
Yeah. No.
Does 3 and 7 look exactly the same?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Okay? That is corresponding angles. So angles that are congruent to each other, they're on the same side of the line. All right, so you need to write this down. Okay, this is two angles. Okay, angle 1 is 51 degrees. Angle 2 we don't know. It's x degrees. Okay, they do tell us, however, that they are complementary angles. So we need to find x. Complementary angles add up to 90. So angle 1 plus angle 2 should add up to 90. Well, Pyle, what is the measure of angle 1? 51. Do we know angle 2? So 51 plus x equals 90. What do I need to do? Someone raise your hand. Blaine? Subtract 51 from both sides. Mackenzie, what is x? 39 degrees. If I added those up, 39 and 51, what would they equal to? 90. So is x 39?
Yes.
There you go. Okay. If this had supplementary angles, what would they add up to?
180.
180. All right, you need to draw this. Okay. This is what some of your homework you're going to see today. They give you two angles, and they don't tell you what either angle is. You're going to have to find the measures of them. So we need to find, okay, the measures of angle ABC and CBD. All right. Now the measure of angle ABC plus the measure of angle CBD, okay, is equal to what? 164, right? Up here, 164. Okay. What is the measure of angle ABC? What does it tell you?
23.
Not 23. 2x plus 23, right? Okay. What does it say the measure of angle CBD is? X. So this equals 164. 2x plus x are like terms, so we can add the numbers in front. 2 and 1 is 3. So we have 3x plus 23 equals 164. I subtract 23 both sides. I find that 3x equals 141. Yeah. 141, what are we supposed to do? Divide it by 3. X equals 47 degrees. Am I done? No, I found the measure of CBD, right? It's 47. But what's the measure of angle ABC? How do we find that? We plug 47 into X, right? 2 times 47, okay, is 94. 94 plus 23 is 117. So there's our two answers. Okay, do those add up to 164? Yes, they do. Any questions on how to do that? Look at, okay, you don't have to write this down. Let's just talk about it. It'll say classify angles 3 and 5. It'll pick a couple angles. Someone raise your hand. Tell me what these angle 3 and angle 5, what could we call them? Of the terms that we've learned today. Adjacent, supplementary, complementary, alternate interior, alternate exterior. Pyle? 3 and 5?
No. That's a corresponding.
They're not corresponding. They're not on the same side.
Oh.
Mackenzie? Alternate interior angles, right? Okay. Are they both inside parallel lines? Yes. Are they opposite of each other? Yes. Okay. What if it said classify 1 and 4? Someone raise your hand. Raise your hand. Pyle? They are adjacent. Good. What else could I call them? Someone else? Could I call them supplementary? Do they add up to 180?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they do. Do 2 and 3 add up to 180?
Mm-hmm.
So what can I call them? Supplementary, right? It says if angle 1 is 120, okay, what is angle 5 going to be? 120? Is that what you said, Pyle? Angle 1 and angle 5 are what kind of angles?
1 and 5.
1 and 5, where are they?
1 and 5, right there.
Yeah, what do we call those? Corresponding, right? Corresponding angles are congruent. So if angle 1 is 120, what's angle 5?
Angle 5.
Yeah. If angle 1 is 120, it'd have to be 120, wouldn't it? Thank you. So what would angle 3 be? Someone raise their hand. If angle 1 is 120 and 5 is 120, what's angle 3 got to be? Mrs. Nelson? 120. Okay. I can find 3 by using vertical angles. Aren't vertical angles congruent? So if angle 1 is 120, 3 is 120. Well, isn't 3 and 5 alternate interior? Yeah. So I know 5 is 120. Okay. Alright, so let's say I know 1 is 120. Or what would 2 have to be? What would the measure of angle 2 be?
That'd have to be 120.
No, not from angle 2.
From angle.
If angle 1 is 120,
so that would have to be 20. No.
you're thinking about 60.
That would probably be, yeah.
60. Why would it be 60?
Is,
Because what do they add up to? What does angle 1 and angle 2 add up to? 180, right? Because they're supplementary angles, aren't they? Okay, so they add up to 180. So if I know one angle, can I pretty much find all the rest of the angles?
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Okay. So if I know one, I can find pretty much all the others. Okay. If I knew angle 9 was 50 degrees, what would angle 15 be? Aren't they alternate exterior angles? So wouldn't they be the same? Okay. Now 14 would be what you said, right, Mackenzie? Because it's opposite of it, subtracted from 180. All right, so if you know one, you can find all of them. Okay, here's your homework.